There's a bigger, greater fear that you should have of being wrong. Being on the side of wrong, not the side of right. Because being on the side of wrong means that you're just simply on the wrong direction and you may never come back. And unfortunately, too many thought that, no, I'm going to do this wrong for a little while and then I'll come back. And it just never happens. No drug addict in the world ever thought he was going to be a drug addict. No one aspires to be a drug addict. No one says at 8 years old, why, I can't wait till I do lines. No one says, wow, I can't wait to start snorting. Wow, it's going to be so amazing. Once I'm 18, yeah, wow, oh, at 12 maybe. No one does that. The first time the guy takes a puff of some marijuana or some other poison, he doesn't think I'm not going to be addicted to crack in a few years. He doesn't think like that. The first time he takes a drink, at 9, 10, 11 years old, his dumb father gives him a drink. Says, oh, he's just a kid, he's having a drink. No, it's for fun, for fun. Yeah, for fun. Your kid's going to be an alcoholic in 3 years. Your kid's going to be an alcoholic. What? No, what do you mean? He's only 9 years old. Yeah, I know somebody became an alcoholic at 9 years old. He's still struggling with it. He's 55. He started at 9. Who gave him his drink? His brother. Yeah, what's the big deal? No one ever thinks that it's going to get to a point where you're on the wrong side for permanently. Not even an extended period of time. No one thinks like that. And that's also the same thing in business. The Rasha, Bernie Madoff, that stole billions of dollars and even more so the livelihood of many people on Wall Street. No one ever thought that this guy is such a bad guy. Why didn't anybody double check more? And everyone just simply chased him with money? Because he was doing business with the government. He was on the board of directors of the self-regulatory system of the industry. Meaning that the regulators were afraid of regulating him because he was part of the regulators. No one questioned this guy. Why? He is on the right team. So how could he, being on the right team, do wrong more than everybody else? No one questioned it. But after he got caught and made an enormous chilul Hashem, that there's simply no way to do TeShuva from until he dies. After that, when they got his story, the only thing that he said honestly is that he didn't mean to do it. When he first started out, he started out with good intentions. And I believe him on that. Everything else is a lie. Because the vast majority of scams start with good intentions. I didn't mean to do it. I just meant to do this one thing, and it got too far. I lost over here, so I figured if I lie a little bit, then I can make up for it, and I'll even give them a bonus. And it didn't work out, so the lie got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and before you know it, it's too much to fix. He never thought he's going to steal $50 billion and destroy hundreds and hundreds of families. He never thought that some of his clients, who he called his friends too, would commit suicide because of him. He never thought that his own son would commit suicide because of him. He never thought. Well, it's just business. A few people give me money, and that's it. He never thought that so much wrong could happen from a small wrong decision that was technically planned to be temporary. Just a couple of weeks ago, a young man in Eretz Israel decided to take advantage of a religious woman that I know and stole $3,000 from her. Now, to some of you it seems like a lot of money, to some of you maybe not. To her, a ton of money. In fact, it was all she had. And he told her that he's going to do such and such service for her that she needed, and if she doesn't pay him the money, then he's just going to throw out her file and put everything at jeopardy that she worked for, and so on and so forth, and put a lot of stress on her. And she said, well, I can't pay the whole thing. Well, he said, listen, I'll just take $500 from your card. Okay, fine. She gave him the card number. She signs an agreement. And what does he do? Takes a lot more than $500. Cleans out our bank account. $3,000 is gone. She calls. All of a sudden, not available. She calls. All of a sudden, we'll get back to you. Gone. Emails unanswered. She feels so horrible that she not only doesn't have the money that she needs, but on top of that someone took advantage of her. That betrayal, that feeling of being violated. Now, many people have stolen from me over the years, so I know how it feels. And I don't know how many things are worse than that. But nonetheless, this guy, when he took the money, what did he think? Okay, it's a little wrong, that I'm going to do right with. I'll pay her back at some other point. I'll make up for it by doing good this, and I'll do that. He didn't mean to kill anybody. He didn't mean to hurt anybody. He didn't mean to do any of that stuff. He just meant, I need the money, she has it, that's it, what's the problem? He didn't know exactly how much she has in her account. He didn't know how she's going to react to it. Well, he is likely not watching this. But in Shamayim, they are. And they're watching him. And right now, he's decreed a murderer. Why? Because of all of the anxiety that he caused this poor woman, she started bleeding and ended up having a late miscarriage and had to go to the hospital, emergency service, because of a hemorrhage, to the extent where she almost died herself. Baruch Hashem, she didn't. But this guy that wanted to do a little wrong, to hopefully do a little right later on, right now he doesn't realize he's a murderer. And that's sometimes what we don't think about. That our little decisions and our violation of the right and wrong could be simply too big to fix. And if it is possible to fix it, it'll take a whole lot more.